Hello YouTube. For this update video, I wanted to do a step-by-step on everything I did for the octopus, right? I'm almost done with the set piece. I am going through that artist thing where you find imperfections, you fix them, and try to add things that don't belong. Fun times. So as you all may know, I started out with the actual octopus itself. If you saw my other video, you saw that I started with the cranium and then branched out into the tentacles. Now, the second thing I did was I made a second set of tentacles right before the octopus itself, and I'll later on, whenever I shade it, I'm going to shade underneath to make sure that the body has good shading on it. There are slight imperfections, but that gets covered up later with what I did. So, I added a black backdrop, which this is actually the scenery, but a black backdrop to make the octopus pop and to tell myself what I needed to do next, right? So, it was supposed to be in a cave. I went ahead and made a foreground to the cave in front of the octopus to cover up any imperfections and everything that could have possibly gone wrong with it, mainly to deal with the tentacles. And then the second thing I did was the backdrop of the octopus. So I'm going from foreground to background now. The next thing I wanted to do was make things within the cave, but I don't think those are coming out too well. I don't know what to put in here. I already got rid of the barnacles because I don't like them. But I decided to wait on that to do the background. Now, I started in pieces, but I did a full scale of things you would find in a reef. So like the branching coral, those are called the blue. They're called eyeball jellies. I have different varieties of sponges. Well, they had to be on something, and I thought sand would be good first, but then I was like, coral's mainly on rock. And I took the idea of the backdrop and dropped in some... Oh, my cat's in heat. I dropped in some actual, pretty well placed rocks, right? So you have the ones over here, which are underneath our coral. Then you have the ones over here, which kind of go into a drop-off, which I really like. The next thing I did, let me see, I wanted to add something small and special. I'm actually going to take away the octopus because it's behind the octopus. I made a really detailed fish, right? And this fish cannot be in this piece, and I'm very sad about that, but I shrank it in 2 different areas and added them there. So even though this one's really detailed and really pretty, not all the detail is going to come out whenever I transfer it over, right? Especially, where are they at? To those right there. So this fish, unfortunately, is going to die with the piece whenever I overlay the octopus on it. I'm sad, but that's what happens. And I think, yep, that's pretty much it. So that's how I got it this far. Next, I'm going to do shading, especially since the octopus is in a cave. And I want to do something with the actual sea part behind, but I don't know what yet, right? This is a composition piece that's coming to me as I'm drawing it, so that is the octopus update.